Tone, there's some real money in the room.
If Gangsta came out and, you know, he wanted to talk to the kids or the people whom he, you know, quote unquote disgraced.
Okay.
Would you forgive him for telling and eat lunch with him? His treat.
I don't know. I mean, boy, that's a hard one right there, boy. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, Tune. I'ma say this what I am gonna say, and this is what I do respect about her. This what I'ma say on the good side about Gangsta or whatever. You know what I'm saying? If he come home and he done changed his life and he's really trying to move forward with doing positive things, you know what I'm saying? I was a baby when Gangsta was really Gangsta. So I heard of stories about gangsters being gangster, you know what I'm saying? So therefore, I think if you come home and rehabilitate yourself and you don't have no involvement in nothing and you know you moving on with life and you just standing by things that's right, it doesn't erase the past, but you trying to show our future to the next generation how to level up and how to move forward. I mean, hey, hats off and salute to that man for that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta just give credit where credit due at, but you still can't erase the past. That past gonna always haunt you. You go to sleep the rat, you wake up the rat. That's just what it is, man. It's just how it is.
So is you gonna have lunch?
I probably, me personally, asking me would I have lunch with my dignity and pride and my representation on the line in that question? No, Tune.
Damn.
No, Tune. I'll keep my distance.
Right. Respectfully.
I'll keep my distance, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I ain't telling you that people don't love Gangsta.
Right.
Don't get it fooled. Please don't get it fooled. Niggas love gangsters. Real niggas love gangsters. You feel me? And I'm pretty sure OG probably know how to play his distance as well too, you know what I'm saying? But they got some real niggas that really love that boy, man. That like got real love for that boy. You know what I'm saying? Can't never take away from the good of what any man done, you know what I'm saying? But the police, once the police get involved in it, it just turn into a saga, man.
Right, for sure. Well, let's go back to you catching the murder in Louisiana and getting out.
Right.
Because Katrina happened. So like, how old were you when you got arrested for the murder?
I was like 13 years old.
You were, at 13, you got convicted of murder.
First degree murder.
Like, how does a 13 get caught up in that?
Okay, so let me tell you how this went down, like kind of like, okay. So in that era, not only did myself get, it was a lot of us. Like I just told you, it was, you know, it's Relic Records, which is well-known record label known for drug dealing, killing, murder, you know, the whole thing. And you know, Derek ended up getting killed. My cousin Chad, he ended up getting thrown in the river. They ended up kidnapping him, throwing him in the river. You know what I'm saying? My uncle ended up went to jail. My other uncle went to jail for a body. Kiefer went to jail, Brian went to jail. You know, so people got killed. You know, they tore the project down. Now we gotta go to the St. Bernard project. Then we gotta go to the Florida project. You know what I'm saying? It just went to being too much. But see, my family originally from the 3rd ward. See, I'm from the 10th ward, but my family from the 3rd ward. So that's why when you ask me questions about my daddy and you ask me questions about these different people, that's why a lot of people don't really just know who Lil Derek is like that unless you really just own Cash Money like that or was on the music to really just know who we are. You know what I'm saying? Because New Orleans is a small city and everybody got different beliefs in what they stand on. You know what I'm saying? And the third wall and the 10th wall, that don't mix. The 10th wall is like Alcatraz Island. It stand alone. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's kind of where Lil Derek got caught up at in the process of it. You know what I'm saying? Because I was talking to him and you know, before any of things.
BG Lil Derek.
Yeah, BG Lil Derek. I was talking to him before anything had even much went any further, like when he come out with Scoring Them and dropped the Undisputed Knockout. You know, we was having conversations and we was arguing backwards and forward. I was telling him, you know, you need to get your shit together and go back and deal with Baby and them so, you know, we could get these things and be getting up out of here or whatever. But he was so tied up in the streets. It also had myself tied up in the street. You know what I'm saying? Everything that came along with him came along with this side of it. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, like in the studio on Magazine Street, you know what I'm saying? I used to be up in that studio a whole lot with Lil Wayne, BG Derek, you know what I'm saying? And Juvenile also used to be in there a lot too, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I was growing up in the midst of all of this going on, you know what I'm saying? In the midst of all of this going on, you know what I'm saying? Then I'm also watching a lot of people come and go. A lot of people come and go. A lot of people come and go. And I was just telling him to, you know, get it together so we could go over here and deal with them and then take off. But then so happened Halloween night, he ended up getting killed. You know what I'm saying? Tragic situation, you know what I'm saying? That just led to one thing, that just led to another thing, that led to another thing, that led to me being locked up. Just the whole thing just started falling all the way apart, you know what I'm saying? Something that could have been saved from jump.
And BG Derek, that's one of the ones who Gangsta told on?
No.
Okay, so what's when you say BG, is that like, that's what Birdman, when they be saying like BG?
Okay, let me get you to understand this. It's 3 BGs. It's 3 of them. But what you gotta understand is, Gangsta is the real BG. Terrance Williams. That's the real BG for the world. Gangsta is the real BG. Then the baby gangsters go to breaking off, which is Lil Derek, Lil Wayne, Christopher Dorsey, which is BG. That's the BGs. So if you go back and do your history on Cash Money, and I also seen him speak about that in the Vlad interview too about the BGs. So all of those is the real BGs. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I just happened to come up and be around this particular BG. He was really that though. You feel what I'm saying? Like, the rest of them was really real rappers and things like that, but he was really that though too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Derek Williams was really that.
Right. So how long were you locked up before Katrina hit?
I probably was locked up let's see, I probably was locked up for probably about a good, I don't know what it was, because when I came home, I was like 17. When I came home, I was 17 years old when I made it home. You know what I'm saying? So I know I probably did every bit about 6-7 years in that motherfucker, one man cell. You know what I'm saying? Youth Study Center. You know what I'm saying? Because the type of person I was so chaotic and corrupted to the point to where the judge had laid around there and had me sentenced to a one-man cell. You know what I'm saying? So I really ain't get a chance to really see too much daylight after that. It just all went downhill for me from there. You know what I'm saying?
But Katrina hit and miraculously they just let y'all out?
Okay, Katrina hit. And when Katrina hit, they gave me a pardon. Okay, a pardon is like, okay, all of these inmates, these youth inmates is coming from New Orleans and on up here. So now they trying to use DOC to house a lot of them. So the ones that's becoming adults, they either trying to get rid of them or they trying to send you up the street to DCI or send your ass down there to Angola, let you finish your time out. So, you know, I had a good counselor back there. She had ended up getting me a pardon and I had ended up getting released, but the stipulations was I had to be released at the Texas state line and be outside of the state of Louisiana for the next 5 years. So once I came over the state line, I just stayed over here.
Hey, real tone, there's some real money in the room.